broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Feeling myself.
Am I feeling myself today? I don't know. A little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm actually not feeling myself today because I just came from work and I'm literally wearing what I've been wearing for the last 12 hours. I'm sweating and I'm wearing jeans. Can you believe it? But lucky you can't see that I'm wearing jeans under the AFTERBUZZ decks. But how are we, guys? We're back this week again for the grandfathered after show. Unfortunately, Annika is not here with us this week, who we're going to terribly miss.
Yes, we are.
But I'm going to take the lead this time because Annika's away, and I am obviously Dan Babic, and you can find me on the Instagram at Dan Babic, and then find me on the Twitter at Dan Babic, DANBABIC_. Nino, do you want to do the whole social media thing?
Yes. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hit me up on Snapchat too.
Awesome. And Nino, this week, just before we start, can you tell our audience what you've been up to? Because I understand that you shot a pilot.
Yes, I'm actually in pre-production for a couple things right now, and I shot a pilot last week, so I'm really excited about it. Let's see what happens and see if it gets picked up, guys.
Sounds good. Well, the plan is to eventually have an after show about the show that Nino's on, and then we can have you as a special guest.
There we go.
Incredible. But what do we think of this week's episode?
Oh man, when it started off with a boo finder.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so Gerald's trying to get back into the dating game, minus Vanessa. But of course, Mr. John Stamos has to show him the right way.
I know, it was kind of funny. I was like, good on him for getting on, the social media and doing all that and being a bit more new age.
Right. Because he's pretty old school for a young kid, right?
Yeah, because I was kind of saying, like, I don't know why, but I'm just not a rule person. So I don't like people that follow the rules.
Right.
Because I just like to, always kind of delve, go left. If everyone says go right, I like to go the other way.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm not a huge Gerald fan. So I was like, do you know what? About time he steps out of his comfort zone and does something a bit fun.
No, I was excited, and I was excited that Jimmy wanted to help him too. He was like, "No, this social media thing, this is not going to work. This is for sex."
Exactly.
I was like, "Oh, well, go ahead, Fox, tell him the truth and stay in the truth." And he was like, "You know what? Let's just go out to a club. Let's do it.
Let's just do it." And I've got to ask you, Nino, because I'm sure you have a story about you using the Tinder.
Oh, no, we're going to go there.
We have to go there because I'll reveal, I'll say something in mind. What has been your craziest online dating story?
Okay, so I did try Tinder when it first came out for maybe a week.
Yeah.
Just to see. I was super curious.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was fun. It was cool. It was cool to talk to people and whatnot. Yeah, totally scary. When I was about to, possibly meet somebody who looked like they were mutual friends with somebody, it looked like a catfish. I was not having it. I would have been on MTV right now.
Oh my God.
Let's not. So I was like, let's just do the regular way, go out, meet people, converse, try to find some chemistry, and then we'll go at it. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying, I'm done.
That's so funny. I lost my virginity via, this is so, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I'm just like, do you know what? I don't care. I just think that's what our show's about. We just reveal and all of that. Because what I used to do...
AFTERBUZZ TV exclusive.
I love it. There you go.
I lost my virginity through Grindr, the gay version of Tinder.
This is back in Australia?
I used to live back in Australia, because I used to live in a very small town in Australia. And what I used to do in taxis, because there weren't many taxis in the town I lived, I used to, when I used to go out, because there was only ever straight clubs, and my friends all lived on one side of the town, and I lived on the other side of the town. So I used to go onto the Grindr, and then I used to get someone, say, oh, let's hook up, come back to my house. I get them to drive me home and then tell them I feel too sick, and I never used to hook up with them.
Okay,
smart. So I used to just do it for the free ride and then be like, oh, sorry, maybe make out with them for 5 seconds.
This is before Uber.
Especially in Geelong where I'm from, they'll never get Uber. So I used to do that, and then one time I was just really, really drunk, and I was like, oh yeah, drive me to my house, we'll do it at my house. And then, because I was shit-faced, we went back to their house, And then I was so drunk, and I'm like 20 because I'm coming from this like very Catholic family and like you know, a very kind of traditional upbringing. And I was lying there, I'm like, I'm 20. Do you know what? I'm drunk. Why not? I'll just do it. And it needs to come off eventually. So yeah, that's how I lost my virginity. Crazy.
It needs to come off eventually. And I think that's what Jimmy was trying to get with Gerald, because he was like, no, we have to get you out there in the game, in the field.
Totally.
Just try it. Let's just go for it, right?
And he's like 25, and he's like, you know,
Yeah, he's
living
25.
this kind of like.
He had one girl. He got her pregnant, and he's a daddy.
Isn't that kind of funny though? Like, you know, almost, don't you love like when you look back at your high school and it's like the super like religious one, the super goody two shoes gets knocked up, gets on the booze, and then
that's funny. You're
but
right.
The school captain, yeah.
You're right. It always turns out to be the other way, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You think they're gonna go all straight edge, everything's gonna be okay, then they end up being the ones who kind of dilly-dally along the way.
It's good. So it's kind of funny. Like, it's just the goody two shoes. He's only had like unprotected sex probably once in his life, and then bam, gets her pregnant.
Yes, exactly. I loved it. This episode was pretty funny to me, I thought.
It was. It was funny that like he ended up going home with the girl, but then decided like the next day they're going to go for a bit of a picnic.
Right. What was her name? Her name was Frankie, right?
Frankie, yes.
And her friend, what was her friend's name? The annoying girl. Pyru, if I'm not mistaken, though, right?
Yeah.
Pyru, who fell in love with Jimmy and was trying to get all up in Jimmy. And she has all these... Okay, do you use, like... Okay, I know people who use totes. I know people who like, abbreviate things, which is cool, which is fine. But she's, like, abbreviates things to the max. Now, are you that type of person, Dan?
No.
Do you know people like that? Does that annoy you?
No, I wouldn't say... We're talking about it today. I was at work in the office, and one of my friends, he was texting this girl. And she said, like, I'll text you the deets later. Lol. And I said, she said deets. I'm sorry, it's over.
It's over.
It's over. Like, someone says deets, lol. Can kind of do with lol, YOLO, laughing my ass off, LMAO. I mean, you're dead to me. It's over.
So we can't do the... What did she say? She's like, you know, it's kind of annoying. And I'm like annoying? Like, did she really... You're claiming yourself right now.
Can't handle it. Do you
Can't
do it?
do it. No, I can't do the deets. I don't think I do. I don't ever think I've done the totes unless I was drunk, maybe. Totes. You know what I mean? Totes adorable, totally adorable.
Ugh, right.
I don't think I could do that. And I was like, Jimmy, how could you even stand this girl? But I guess you're trying to do it for your son, right?
Absolutely. And what did you think of Jimmy? Like, nice. Isn't it funny how he's changed in his life?
Yeah, slowly but surely.
I know, at the start of the series, he probably would have just banged her. Like, she's hot, but...
And he did it because she was way too drunk in the Uber, right? And he just left her in the bed. And even made her a smoothie afterwards.
I know. He's like, there's a breakfast smoothie and all of that. And... I've got to say, what did you think of the whole Jimmy going, after good old Frankie and trying to discover that she was cheating on him?
It was hilarious that he actually cared that much, and it was funny that LL Cool Mom, Sarah, was like so relaxed about the situation. She was just like, let him be, let him do it. Until later on when we see that she just does not like the girl, but like she was just like, he's gonna have to learn. But Jimmy was being obviously overprotective father because he's never had to deal with this before, and he's rumored, he's heard rumors about Frank the Skank.
Frank the Skank, yeah, that's a good name.
Boning her boss.
Ooh, yeah.
But he got it from an unreliable source.
Exactly. And it's funny that good old Sarah was like, trying to do the whole step back, let him do his thing, and then she just couldn't help it. She's like, that's it. Gone with the rules. And then they obviously went against, behind Gerald's back, and then in the end, Frankie was a good girl.
Yes, she was a great girl. I mean, that's awesome that she was. I'm kind of curious to see how the relationship's going to go, as it comes along. But it was kind of crazy to see Vanessa also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Vanessa got that mentorship with Annalise, but she thought she was mentoring Annalise in the beginning.
Yeah, isn't that funny? And she dead set thought you could see in her face. She's like, "Yes, it's finally my chance to shine."
It's my turn.
But I was actually quite disappointed when good old Annalise sung her song, because I thought, how nice is that? Vanessa's finally teaching Annalise something.
Right.
And, Annalise is going to go chase her dream. And that was one part of the show. I mean, it was funny that Annalise couldn't sing, but I was kind of hoping for her to be a bit of a breakout star. And then for, Jimmy to be like, oh, wow, actually notice that she's got more talent, and that she is a great assistant, but she's also got her own goals. Right.
I was hoping that, like some sort of powerful voice was going to come out here. He was like, go on American Idol, go on The Voice. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was what's going to happen. But, obviously the comedic part of it, she sucked. But it was great to see, because she was like, and that's why I became, who I am today. I know I suck, but it was nice to be up there. You know what I mean? And then she hit on Vanessa.
Yes.
I said
when Christina Milian was here, I said, I think that would be a good little plot
You
twist.
did say that, and I mean, she
Yeah.
didn't say no when that she was talking
She didn't
about
say
it.
no. Yeah, so I think something might happen there. You never know.
could be.
And what are we thinking though with Sarah and Jimmy? Because we saw no really sexual chemistry tonight.
No, it was straight up
Yeah.
like civil parents just trying to, make sure their son was okay.
Raise their child,
which was
yeah.
nice, you know what I mean? Because it looked like they were almost together, but there was no PDA whatsoever, no flirting whatsoever.
Yeah, I was really disappointed in that because I love, because every episode you kind of see a little bit more, but I think they're trying to tease
Right.
us because
Right.
obviously it's just been picked up for many more episodes. And
Exactly.
it's going to go well into 2016.
That's exciting.
So I mean, in the first series,
We have a job all the way till February. Don't you
absolutely,
love it?
and then
Yes.
we'll probably be kicked on the street, get off. But yeah, I like that. Do you want to see them together or not?
I do want to see them together, not right away.
Not right away, yeah.
I like the cat and mouse game, you know what I mean? And, a little birdie told me, and I think we'll get to this later on, but it looks like Jimmy might have a love interest other than Sarah within the next week or two.
Ooh,
I'm excited,
Can you
yeah.
give us a little bit more? I know you're not supposed to reveal too
Right.
much, but I know you've got some inside gossip.
Yes, I've heard through some people that Jimmy is getting a love interest. I believe she's debuting on the episode for Thanksgiving.
Oh wow!
I don't know much anymore, but I guess that'll make people want to tune in, right? Because I'm definitely going to tune in and watch.
Totally, absolutely.
I want to know. I was like, wait, so who's taking over? Was it Sushi?
Sushi,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
sushi, yeah.
Sushi has. I wonder how Sarah's going to react. I'm kind of curious.
I think she'll probably do the whole revenge thing and get with someone else, and it's all right, and try and act like, look, I've got my own thing going as well.
I could totally see her just popping in a nice little black dress.
Oh yeah, and
Looking all hot for Jimmy. And
Nothing
Jimmy's just
better,
like,
yeah.
well.
Because after a breakup, or when someone you like goes with someone else, you just want to look so hot.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Like even Kourtney Kardashian at the moment, with Scott Disick, she
Courtney looks great.
never
Yes.
looked better.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of like the syndrome, right? The breakup syndrome.
Exactly. So then when, Jimmy is with his new girl, he's like, oh, damn, Sarah, actually, you're really hot.
Right, exactly. I mean, but it was funny. To wrap it up, all hell broke loose towards the end, right?
Yeah, totally.
Which
Absolutely.
was kind of crazy to see. But it was nice to see, like you said, that Jimmy's girl, or that Gerald's girl, was a good girl. So far, we think she's a good girl.
Absolutely. And we're kind of saying that what we like about the show is it does have a little bit of a lesson at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So,
each time, exactly.
so the lesson, I think, again, was this series was to never judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
And that sometimes, as we got older, the children can actually teach the parents something.
Yes, definitely. You have to be proud of who you raise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Granted that Jimmy didn't raise him, but Sarah did a great job at raising Gerald.
Absolutely,
and,
yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing. I was sad that he sold his printer, though, because that's like his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like his thing. But, I mean, they went to Vegas. I hope we see a little bit of that.
That will be fun. And I've got to pose a question to you because you
Yes.
always know I love my Oprah moments. I always do my Oprah moments. So we had the me losing my virginity by an app because I just really don't care. I just say it how it is. But I wanted to know, what have you taught your parents now as you've got older? What's a lesson that you've kind of taught them?
I think just to be more open with situations,
Yeah.
especially with career-wise and whatnot. Being from an Asian American, background, it's always, straight. Be a nurse, be a doctor, be whatever. Entertainment's really hard for parents to understand.
Yeah.
But I think as the time progressed, my parents have been amazing, and they were just like, go for what you want to do.
Totally.
Do what you want to do, and be great at it.
That's
So
awesome.
I think that's what I've been able to teach them, but they've taught me so much. I don't think I could ever reach that bar.
Reach that
Whatever
bar.
they taught me.
Whereas I'm the opposite. I'm always like, I know more than you guys. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, do you know what? I'm glad you told me to get a college degree. And I'm
Yes.
glad you told me to do that because
Exactly.
otherwise I would be on the streets.
Exactly. I loved it.
It is. But predictions. What
Yes.
are we thinking for the series coming
Ooh,
up?
predictions.
Ooh, predictions. Can we get the lights on? Predictions.
You know what? I think Gerald and this girl are gonna stay together for a little bit. Vanessa's gonna get a little jealous here.
Yeah.
Same time when we think Jimmy's new girl infiltrates in, Sarah's gonna get jealous as well too, and Sarah and Vanessa are gonna team up and be friends.
Ooh, I like that.
You like that?
Like, power women, because I think
Exactly.
what we're going to see Vanessa succeed career-wise.
I think so too. She's gonna get there.
She is, because we all laugh at her at the start and everyone's like, oh, you need a mentor,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to make YouTube makeup videos. Good luck, girl. Everyone does that. But then she pulls through at the end and she's actually got a bit of a brain up there, and she's smarter than everyone thinks. So I think she's actually going to blow everyone out of her waters. We're going to see that. And I also think we're going to get a little, as we said, Jimmy with the love interest.
Yeah.
And I think I want like a bit of a breakdown moment. I want
a breakdown moment from somebody too.
I want Sarah to break down.
Yeah.
Sarah, because Sarah's always refined and all that.
Right.
So I want to see her just teary, poor me. I want something dark to happen there, because she's a bit too Susie serious, a bit too I'm a homemaker mom.
Just super stable, right? Yeah, too stable. Like, she always has it together. I've never seen her not have it together yet.
Well, I think that's what we're going to see.
I'm excited. Let's see it. Yes.
But anyway, I think it's all time to wrap now.
Yes.
So I'm Dan Babic. It has been so much fun today, even though Annika's not here.
Yes, cheers, Annika. Have a good Thanksgiving.
I know. I was about to say shalom, but then I realised that's nothing to do with Thanksgiving. But well, I don't even know what shalom is, but shalom anyway. So I'm Dan Babic, and you can find me on Instagram at Dan Babic. That's DanBabic, people. And then the Twitter is at Dan Babic _ Nino, would you like to reveal your information?
Yes. So once again, guys, it's your boy Nino, and you can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and Snapchat. We'll see you guys next week.
Sounds good. It's been one killer show. And remember, guys, please tweet us your questions for next week, because we're going to do a live reveal and answer all of your questions that you have. So tweet away. It's been fun, guys. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.